Have you ever wondered if these so-called Karens you see on the internet end up tasting some sweet karma? Well, this one has. Let us dive into a confrontation that took place outside a restaurant in Plano, Texas. This video clip, recorded by the victims, shows a woman named Esmeralda Upton assaulting and threatening several Indian American women. We'll discuss what the confrontation was about, how it could have been handled better, and the aftermath of the whole situation. So let's get into it.
Stop! Who do you think you go back to India? Go back to India!
At the very beginning, Upton tells the Indian women to shut up, with a hefty dose of profanity. It's clear that she's already being aggressive and confrontational.
Why? We don't want you here! We don't want to hang out with you. We don't want you here! If they knew so great in your country, then stay there.
Here, Upton repeatedly tells the Indian women to go back to their country, making it clear that she has a problem with their race. This type of behavior is completely unacceptable, and it's important to call it out when we see it. Upton also generalizes and implies that we, presumably meaning people like herself, don't want Indian women in the United States. This is a bold example of prejudice and discrimination based on their ethnicity.
We were not talking to you. You came here. Get lost.
For the sake of pleasing the YouTube algorithm and guidelines, we can't show physical confrontation, but in this moment the situation escalates when Upton physically assaults one of the Indian women. And we can hear one of the women call for her friends to record the incident as evidence.
Come closer. Come closer. She's hitting me.
Yeah, and she threatened us with she's a white woman wearing a black dress.
No, I'm not white. I'm Mexican. I'm Mexican, and I paid way here.
Oh my God, she's hitting my friend now.
I am not hitting your friend. You guys are all about.
I don't know, but she just hit my hand. She tried to hit my phone away.
I'm gonna video you.
I'm at the 69 parking lot.
Oh, here.
Here we can see classic Karen behavior. Just after telling Indian women to go back to their country, Upton pulls out a phone as to appear above being filmed, and to make fun of those who are capturing the evidence. One thing I want to point out, however, is how the Indian women try to de-escalate the situation. They question why Upton is approaching them, and they calmly respond to her insults. It's admirable that they're able to keep their composure in such a distressing situation.
Can you please send some help?
Oh, these Indians, they come to America because they want a better life.
Yes,
but
please.
they're obviously not living the great life in India.
If we didn't talk to you, why did you walk up to us to talk to you?
Yes.
Because I hate you Indians, that's why.
Upton's actions clearly demonstrate a lack of empathy and understanding for the women she is attacking. She seems to feel entitled to harass them simply because they are of a different ethnicity.
If you guys come to our country,
If you are Mexican, why don't you go back to Mexico?
and you want everything, you're Mexican. I'm a Mexican American. I was born here. Were you born here?
What makes you think that
Because of the way you speak. Because I'm a Mexican American, but I speak English.
If the four of us were talking, why would you come and talk to us and make a racist comparison?
Now she's hitting the third person.
I'm not going to talk to you when you have your camera on. If you want to turn your camera off, I'm happy to talk.
We are
Turn it
Indians,
off.
and she's telling us go back to
You're
your
the one who
country.
came and talked to me. I'm
She
talking with my
yelled
friends.
at us. We were
Like
just standing in
everywhere I
front.
go, you Indians are everywhere.
So she's talking.
If life here, and I'm trying to be civil here.
Yes.
If life is so great in India, why the are here?
I don't know if you can see.
Why are
She's
y'all
coming
here?
back. She's coming
I'm
back.
good. This is the country where I am a natural citizen here. You have,
You're a
British
naturalized
comes from
citizen. You're not a born and raised
Don't
citizen.
engage.
Don't engage.
But
Don't
why
engage.
are you here?
Don't engage.
I'm not going to talk to you because you are not my friend. You're a,
No, you're
nobody,
not my
you're a
friend.
stranger, and you have no right to come and talk to us.
No,
like
you're
this.
right. You know what, ma'am? You're right.
We will
Ma'am,
do that.
I
We'll
am
do that.
sorry.
We'll do that.
Ma'am, I am sorry.
We'll do that.
You know what?
We'll do that.
I'm not
Okay, well, peace. I'm trying to reach out. Peace. I overstepped my bounds, and I'm sorry.
She's such
Maybe alcohol is wearing off and she's coming to her senses, or she's just realized that this isn't going to look good on her criminal background. But we can see a desperate attempt at trying to avoid the inevitable consequences of her actions. and appear as if she's apologetic and this whole tyranny just kind of slipped out of her.
And apologizing and saying peace. I don't know what that means,
But please have them come here because we are not feeling safe
We
here.
don't feel safe right now.
What? Look, I'm not gonna hurt you guys. Look at me. I'm all of 100 pounds. And you guys weigh well over 200 pounds. Stop videoing me. I swear to God, I will break the camera. Stop! I'm walking away. I'm leaving y'all alone. Turn the cameras off. You too. Turn that off.
Not yet. Don't see anybody.
I'm going to go to the restaurant. Let's just go to the restaurant.
She's she's coming back. Stop, woman! And she's reaching.
Oh my God, she's... Please come. Please get here quickly.
Shaburi, don't engage. Shaburi.
Hey, there's a car coming. Be careful.
Here. There she is. Thank you so much.
All of you can back up that way, please.
Sure.
Unfortunately for her, there's been a dozen of videos and news articles written about her on the internet. Now that we've seen the video, let's talk about the aftermath of this confrontation and how it affected everyone involved. According to CBS News and Dallas Observer, the following day Upton was arrested based on witness statements. She was charged with assault, bodily injury, and terroristic threats, and her bond was set at $10,000. Following the incident, Indrani Banerjee, one of the women in the group, filed a lawsuit against Upton, claiming that she verbally threatened, slandered, and physically assaulted them. A second woman, Baidisha Rudra, filed a similar suit against Upton. Both lawsuits seek monetary damages to compensate Banerjee and Rudra for their physical and emotional distress. Upton faces 2 misdemeanor charges, a Class A charge for the assault and a Class B for the terroristic threat. According to the Texas Penal Code, she could face up to 1 year in jail and a maximum fine of $4,000 for the Class A charge, and a jail term not to exceed 180 days, and a maximum fine of $2,000 for the Class B charge upon sentencing. Upton could also face possible felony charges depending on the outcome of Plano PD's Crime Against Persons unit. Interestingly enough, despite video evidence of the attack and Upton's refusal to take a breath test for alcohol, she was not arrested on the spot. She was allowed to be driven home, but police arrested her the next day. CBS Texas has released a video of the victims speaking out after a woman who assaulted and yelled racial slurs at them got arrested.
But yes, in one word, we are terrified.
I felt extremely humiliated that this could have happened in a place like this. Yeah, the assailant just said, "Go back where you came from," and she used some harsh words, derogatory words, and then she walked right up to us.
And the first thing we did was, I started recording, and the other friend, she called 911. It hurts you, right? It hurts you real bad.
At that point, did you fear for your lives?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And she said, just stop recording or else I'm going to shoot your head off.
Our entire sense of safety was shattered with this incident. That woman has been asked to leave. She was asked to take a breath analyzer test that she refused. So they told her to call a family member who came and drove her away.
We definitely want to see justice served. Like, that's the thing, right? And so whatever her actions, what her actions were, we just want to make sure that she has the right consequences.
So that people cannot dare to do this again to other people.
Banerjee claims that the attack left her with severe emotional distress, and she now lives in fear for her family's safety. She's being treated for PTSD because of the attack. This confrontation has undoubtedly had a profound impact on the lives of the Indian women involved. Upton's defense in court may argue that alcohol got the better of her that night. However, given her refusal to take a breath test, it's unclear if she was intoxicated. If she were, the police might not have let her leave after refusing the test. Here's what people thought of the video recording of Upton harassing Indian women. She is a shame to Hispanics. We are not all the same. Apologies to the ladies that got assaulted. So sorry this lady hurt you physically and emotionally. Kudos to these women for standing up for themselves and speaking out. On behalf of the entire Mexican-American, Mexican, and Latino community, we are so sorry you had to endure this hateful and criminal behavior. Please don't think we all are anything like this trash. We love our fellow people of color and all immigrants. The USA is better because of all the beautiful people and cultures that come here. You make this place better. Sending love to you beautiful ladies. I hope you are able to recover from this completely. I had a bad day and a couple of drinks. That's not really who I am. Her soon, probably. At the time of the incident, she was already unemployed and seeking, meaning there was no job to get fired from after the incident happened, which we so love to hear. But it's safe to say she's going to have a hard time with applications and interviews moving forward, and is going to learn a very valuable lesson. In the end, justice was served.